Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I am updating my new decade project pan. This project pan was started by Rebecca from Panning and Stuff. You probably already have seen this project floating around and you probably already know who Rebecca is, but if you don't, she is like queen of panning and you should definitely go check out her channel. She came up with this original idea and posted in her intro video in like late December. And then of course I jumped on the bandwagon really late, but she recently also just posted her first update, and so even though I haven't been working on my products for like a full month yet, I figure I'm gonna try to stay on track as much as I can. When I see her update, I'll update. But let's go ahead and jump into the 10. These products were all brand new when I started them. That's the kind of theme of this new decade project pan. So let's go ahead and start with my products. So the first one, I'm gonna go through the non-makeup items. First one I was working on was this winter candy apple one, shower gel. And at the intro, because it was new, hopefully you can see that, I was all the way up here and now I'm here. I actually have no idea how quickly people go through these kinds of products because I don't typically use these products that often. I am reaching for this regularly, but I don't know, I was kind of expecting to have more done, but not quite there yet. But I am enjoying using it, so that's okay. Next up was the partner to this and in the lotion form. And again, this was brand new at the beginning of this project, and hopefully you can see that I have used it a good bit. It sounds like there's some air bubbles in there. I have to look at my notes, sorry. So at the beginning, this weighed 256 grams and it now weighs 170.9 grams, which is decent. I have used it about 10 times, so it's not the best. I'm honestly god awful at remembering to put on lotion, period. So if I remembered to put on lotion probably like a normal human being, there would be much more progress in this, but for now, I feel like I'm doing okay for me, but I definitely need to learn to reach for this kind of product way more often. Next up was my Mario Badescu. This is a facial spray and it was again pretty new. I had opened this one in a little bit in December and I was right here when I marked it, and then I am right here now. I use this as a skincare product. That's why I'm not classifying it as a makeup spray, because I know a lot of people do use this spray as like a makeup spray or a setting spray, but I don't. So that is the progress. I think that is honestly probably a little bit more than I would normally use in a month, but for some reason like I've kind of been overdoing it lately with setting spray, so that's okay. I love this product for putting on my skincare. I think putting your skincare onto wet skin helps the products absorb a little better, and so this is just a staple in my routine and I go through at least one of these a year, so far so good. Next up was my DaLin solution from The Ordinary, and this one here is where I started. This was brand new, like still in like taped up packaging when I started it, and it's right here now. Now I think that once I opened it like the first week, I didn't reach for it all that often because it wasn't something that I routinely used in my like skincare routine, but I had to tell myself, you know what, you've been wanting to try this again. I've used one of these up in the past a long time ago and I've been reaching for it since then. And yeah, this is something I only use like 2 to 3 drops of, and I really only put it in like the areas where I wrinkle my face the most. So like my forehead, my crow's feet, a little bit my smile lines, and then right here, because this is supposed to be, honestly, there's not a lot of research out there to determine whether or not this is actually a super effective product, but a lot of people like to talk about DaLin as if it's topical Botox. But in my brain, it's like, well, if the research ever comes out one day that it works, then I've been using it. If not, then it's cheap enough to use as something that is kind of occlusive and holds on other important ingredients and kind of provides some moisturizing qualities to my face. So for that reason, I'm enjoying it, but all in all, I can't really vouch for the product in terms of it has amazing active ingredients, but I am enjoying using this and I do really look forward to using this entire bottle up this year. Sorry if I'm giving you way too many reviews in this video, but let's move into the actual makeup products. First off, I have my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and at the last update, this weighed 27.3 grams and was brand new. I don't know if you can see it, maybe. I'm starting to see like a little bit of a window up here. So now we are at 26.2 grams. yes, 26.2 grams. So we're making some progress. I do wear this every day, but I tend to mix it because it's really, really light. I tend to mix it with other concealers, so it's not gonna be the quickest going concealer. I could probably, if this was the right shade for me, I could probably work through this really quickly because I love concealer. But it's a little slower because I'm having to mix it. But all in all, I do really love this formula, so I'm not really having any complaints at the moment. Next up is my Lancome mascara primer, and at the beginning we were weighing at 16.2 grams and I now am at 15.8 grams. So I didn't really remember to reach for it all that often at the very beginning of this project because I don't always wear a lash primer, but now that I've incorporated it every day, unless I'm wearing lashes, I don't wear this. Now that I've been using it every day, I'm really enjoying it. It's a pretty decent like lash primer, but all in all, it's probably a little expensive for what it is. But yeah, at least I'm enjoying it and I will use it up, so we're on our way there now. Next up is my tattoo liner from Kat Von D, and this is the only like mini item in this project. Rebecca is such a panning champ that she has like 10 full-size items. I am breaking that rule with this one. So at the beginning we weighed 4.9 grams with this one, and now I'm at 4.8 grams. Believe it or not, I wear this thing pretty much every day, and I feel like I do a pretty thick eyeliner line on my like lid, and it's still like only the slightest bit of like movement weight wise. So I have a feeling that this one is going to stick around for a while, but you know, at least the scale moved a little bit. I'll take that as a win. Next up was my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and this was brand new again at the last at the beginning and intro, and I had not even taken out the like the protection thing that holds in the product. I hadn't even popped that out yet, the safety seal. And now, I didn't mark it on the back, maybe I should have, but I put it on a scale, and on the scale it weighed 31.6 grams, and now it weighs 31.5 grams. So honestly, I've used this about 10 times, and just to kind of get a sense of how to use this product because it was so new to me. It's the hydrating veil, and I had no real clue as to how to use a like finishing powder. Most of the time I just use loose powders or pressed powders like during the setting process, and a finishing powder to me felt like something that you use a little differently. But a lot of you in my like comment section have given me really good ideas about how to use it, and I actually have found ways that I really like it. But right now I'm trying to finish off a foundation in another project, and I don't like that foundation with this powder. So I put this one like in the back of my drawer for right now, and I'll focus on this one later. I don't like to do that. I like to try to work on items all the time, but it just is really not working with this foundation. This foundation is driving me absolutely bonkers. But I will say 10 times only moving at 0.1 grams that's daunting. I feel like this will definitely be a product that's a little bit harder to work on, but it is a really fantastic product so far. So when I finally make it to the point where I can focus on this, I'll be really excited because I really do want to work on it. I can't yet. Next up is my lip oil, and this one weighed 9.8 grams when we started this project, and I've used it about 10 or 11 times, and I've gotten it down to 9.5 grams. So a little bit of progress, but honestly, I put this in my to-go bag for when I'm at work and stuff, and I then changed my little to-go bag and I forgot to move it to the new bag. So I literally found it today when I went to go collect all my products so that I could film. I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to work on this, and I haven't been working on it at all. It's a pretty good product, but I definitely need to remember to reach for this more, especially if I expect to get this out this year. I need to reach for glosses more often, and that's so weird because typically I'm such a gloss person that I went through like 7 glosses last year, and so far I'm just on my lipstick train trying to finish lipsticks right now, so I will need to get back to this now. And the last product to talk to you about is my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm not going to roll it all the way up because I get so nervous. It's such a thin pencil that I'm afraid I'm going to break it, but I have used it probably about 20, more than 20 times, maybe like 21, 22 times. So I'm going to show you on paper over here. Hopefully you can see this. The intro, we're right here, and we've made a little bit of progress. This is honestly kind of terrifying to me because I feel like I use a lot of brow like pencil in my brow because the like back half of my brow is very sparse, and I feel like I have to draw it in quite a bit, and this pencil takes me a while to do that, and so I feel like I was expecting to make more progress than what I've made, but you know, it's pretty pigmented. It's a really nice pencil. When you use the spoolie to blend it out, it does like blend out pretty well. So I guess I can't fault it for being a like good product, but man, I would love to see myself work through some brow products. So a little bit of me is bummed that it's taking so long, but at the same time, there's still some progress. So I'm gonna try to be optimistic about that. Okay, that is everything for this update. Make sure you go check out Rebecca's channel again if you haven't. And also, not to mention, there are so many lovely ladies doing this project on YouTube and maybe even on Instagram. And there is a hashtag that you can use to like go check out those videos. So make sure you say hello in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.